Well, here we are. I just hit 100 subs on my channel, so for all the people who subbed and kept on watching these videos, I really do appreciate that. And I don't want to keep rambling about how much this means to me or anything like that. I'm just going to say this. Thank you. I just wanted to try this out, see if I can have a chance at doing this, because I know that it's kind of difficult for people to really take this as a career, but I want to get my shot at it. I may not get it, but it's better trying than not. So, in celebration of my 100 subs, which isn't a lot, but it's a good start, I think I might do a guitar collection video on this. So, you're going to see all the guitars that I've played around with, hear the history of them, and the reason why I have them, and why I got them. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first guitar I want to show you is my very first guitar, and this is the guitar. It is a Spectrum, um, pretty normal color, pretty normal body, and this is what I started out on. Um, when I first began, I've been, as you've seen in my bio, I've only been playing for 4 years, but I've had this thing for about 8 years because in the beginning I wasn't really into guitar and I never really picked it up during that time. It was been sitting in my closet. It's like one of those stories where you get your guitar out of your closet and then you start playing it. So that's kind of what I did with this, and I've been playing it ever since, and it still sounds pretty good. So I'll do a little demo here. But anyway, I just been playing it. It has 13s on it because why not experiment, see what I really like. Personally, I don't really like it, so I think I might change to a lighter gauge. But anyway, this was my first guitar. So the second guitar I have for you is actually my first ever electric guitar, and this one's pretty sentimental to me because this guitar has seen upgrades recently, and it's just a group project that me and my dad did, and I always keep it no matter what. So this is the guitar, sorry, and this is it, the Frankenstrat model, and this guitar used to be a Starcaster. I'll have a picture up somewhere, but this guitar was built by me and my dad, and it turned out very well. For our first time ever building something, and well, technically really upgrading something, this has definitely been a game changer for me. And I love this guitar. I won't stop loving it. And let me tell you some of the specs that are on it. So first of all, we have a PAF humbucker here. We don't know exactly what humbucker this is, but we do know we bought it on eBay for about $95, and but we just don't know like if it was made by Gibson or if it's like a custom made one. We're not sure. We have a Floyd Rose special. Floyd Rose special. It's definitely doing pretty good, and I never really had any problems with it except for the saddle blocks. One of them fell out, and I couldn't find them, so I had to buy another pair of saddles or saddle blocks, and I was able to get it fixed, and it's all strung up. It has super slinky 9 gauge on it, Ernie balls, and it plays really great. Plays really great. I'll do a demo in just a second. Here's a quarter This is actually a real 1971 quarter. And before we even started building this, that's actually what I did was look in my piggy bank and see um, if we had a 1971 quarter. And luckily, we actually found one. So everything on this guitar is stock except for the Floyd Rose humbucker and the neck. Those are the only few that are actually bought. And oh yeah, also the 5-way switch as well. So how we built this guitar, I'll have some pictures of us painting it, but I don't have any pictures of us actually taking the parts off and then sanding it and all that stuff. So I'll just show you when we get to the painting stuff. So we took everything off, everything that was off: pick guard, pickups, tremolo system, uh, neck, everything. Pretty much stripped it down to bare bone. We started by sanding off the finish, making sure that it's able to, so we could get the paint to stick onto the guitar. And it was going pretty well, even though it was maybe at most 30 degrees outside. So we had one of those furnaces inside, and we had to sit out there for about a few hours because we had to put multiple coats on. And so black was first. Then once that was done, then we was able to, and then once it dried off enough, then we started striping it with the black, or we striped it over the black, and then sprayed it with the white. And that's how we got. And then one of the pictures will show the the results of after that. Then the same thing, spray multiple times, and then tape it up, and then wait for it to dry, tape it up again, then spray red, and then that's the final product. It took us about maybe 2 to 3 days to actually do that, maybe a little more. But as the ending result, they came out looking like this, and I love it. But yeah, I really do like this guitar, and I hope to make more memories on this one. And this will always stay in the family and hopefully be passed on to my kids. But anyway, here's a little demo to hear how it sounds. So let's get rocking. All right, so I'm going to show off 3 guitars because these 3 guitars are I got at the same time. So that's why I'm going to show them off pretty much at the same time. So the first one you will recognize is my first ever is my first real guitar. This is kind of next step up, and I wanted a Sunburst, and this is kind of what I got. It's a Squire Strat, and I don't know exactly what year it is or anything like that. It was made in Indonesia, and it's been beat up. It's definitely been beat up a lot. And the pick guard used to be a black pick guard, but that pick guard was used on my Frankenstrat, so we used the white pick guard that came off the Starcaster and put on here. Obviously, it's a little bit warped. I can see under it a little bit, but not too much. So yeah, that's the first guitar. The next guitar out of all three, and this one I don't really like playing, and I just don't find it really comfortable, or I don't like how it sounds or anything. So this is the guitar, and it is a Epiphone Special and Special Model SG, and it has a good. It looks good with the wood grain. You probably won't see it good on the camera, but I can see how dark this is and the wood grain through it a little bit. To me, it's just how it sounds. It's probably not set up right at all. I'm not sure. It just doesn't sound right to me. But I always wanted an SG just to really test it out. But I never really liked this. Every other SG that I've tried actually felt good. So it just might be because it's a cheaper model. But I kind of mess around with it sometimes. But it's definitely, I want to sell it. I want to sell it and get rid of it. Because, I mean, I don't play it. And I think it should go to somebody else. But yeah, it's got two knobs, two humbuckers, um, three-way switch, and yeah, that's the guitar. All right, so the last guitar out of the bunch. This guitar, um, I played the most out of all of them, except for the Strat, because after that I kind of played on that one because it was really my only Strat that I had, and I played that. But this one was definitely sentimental to me during the time because this got me introduced into Ibanez guitars and all that stuff. And this is kind of my real fast guitar, so this is what it looks like. This is a Ibanez, um, but the guitar is just as cheap. Um, it's very out of tune. I ain't gonna play this one, but this one is definitely seen a lot of stuff. It's got a tape mark actually because I liked Van Halen's little tape thing they had here, so I put tape on it, and it still has the residue on it, as you can see from the ring light. And it has a Chinese-made Floyd Rose. I don't like it at all. And you can see there's a little chip here from when we installed it because it came in a little too close to the body, so it kind of tore it. It used to have a sticker here. This is the back of it. Otherwise, it's pretty clean. I just stopped playing it, and it's kind of just been sitting in the bag. I want to sell this one too. Um, so the next guitar on our list was actually in the same timeline as when I wanted to build the Frankenstrat. And from the story I told, I wanted another guitar, and there was a promise I made that we build a Frankenstrat, and I get this guitar. So that ended up happening, and now I have it, so I can show you. So this is a EVH 5150 Burl Burst. It's one of my best looking electric guitars I've ever gotten, and the finish just looks beautiful on this. I don't know if you can see it. Camera doesn't really just doesn't really show the real true beauty of a guitar. But this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a bird's eye maple, but it plays great. Um, it's got the kill switch. I love the kill switch. Love the kill switch. Without having to do the abyss and all that, I mean it's pretty good. It originally had a detune on it. I took the detuner off because I kind of had some tuning stability issues and it wasn't really staying in tune that much. So I went ahead and took it out and set it up, and it plays very well. Plays very, very well. Um, Otherwise than that, I never really had any other problems except for that. So that's good. Um, um, this is the headstock. Here's the back. It's made in Mexico, but yeah, it's a pretty good car. Give it a demo. to let y'all hear it. Let's put some distortion on that. The next guitar that I have for you is actually a guitar that I use like all the time, and when I consider my main guitar. So here it is. This is a Ibanez RG 1570, a 2005. Um, I play this guitar almost all the time. When I'm not, I'm usually playing the 5150 and another guitar that I'll show later. But it's just a rocker. I mean, it plays very well. So here's a little demo for everybody. This guitar is actually a continuous project that I want to do with it, and I have some of the parts for it, but it still needs some work. But here it is. So this is the Butterscotch Telecaster. It is a 2018 player tele, and it plays very well. It has I'm pretty sure this is a Fender Warn bridge on here. The volume knobs are different. These are not the original volume knobs. Tuners are not original, but everything else is pretty much stock from what I know. But this guitar was bought on Facebook Marketplace for like 600, and I wanted a butterscotch, but butterscotches are pretty rare and pretty hard to get. And this actually happened to be a lucky get because it plays pretty good. And I've been playing it ever since, and I just want to turn it into a 50s style Telecaster. Me personally, I like vintage stuff. I like vintage guitars and how they look and how they play. So I really do like this one. So here's a little demo. Alright, so this is the next guitar. You can probably see it flash in the camera, but this is my first ever 12 string guitar. And I don't play this hardly much, but it's I want to try to use it as much as I can. But it's pretty much just a normal Fender 12 string. Here's the logo. I thought it looked pretty good, and I thought it played pretty well too. Especially for the price of it, I think it sounds pretty good. It may not to you, but the next guitar I have for you is actually my first ever real electric acoustic guitar. It actually is battery powered, and this is what it looks like. It's a Ibanez with a cutaway, the wood grain is beautiful. It's an exotic wood guitar, and it looks stunning. It looks stunning. It plays. It plays okay, not the best, but the next guitar that I have for you is actually not my guitar, but my dad's guitar. So here it is. So it is a Epiphone 1959 guitar. It was made in 2000s, I'm pretty sure, and I love this guitar not only because who it's supposed to really represent. It's supposed to be like kind of like a Zach Wild mixed in with Slash, because it didn't have this. It didn't have this pickguard on it, but it also has these Zach Wild pickups on it. So that's pretty cool. And my dad went on gigs with this guitar. It plays very well, so I'm gonna give it a little demo here. that was all my guitars that I've showcased and everything I've had for 2025. Maybe I could show off what I have, uh, or maybe I can tell you what I use. So for really getting that audio when it comes to when I make my videos, you see it's very high quality when I make them. And how I accomplish that is actually with this. I'll actually. So we have a little thing called the Fender Mustang Micro Plus, and this thing is pretty rad. It's a portable amp, technically. This thing is an amplifier, and let me turn it on real quick. I don't know if the thing will kind of disconnect my voice, but as you can see in here, it has a little uh, display screen. It has a volume. This is your volume knob here, and this is where you get all your presets. So you can switch the presets with this bottom button, and you pretty much go through all your stuff. And it has about 100. It has about 100, and it sounds very good. This is about $150 if you buy one, the normal version of it, and it's about like $20 cheaper. But I would say you get the Fender Micro Plus because it gives you more effects, more amp settings. I think that's kind of a good deal for $20 higher. And I use these headphones. These are actual studio headphones. These are what I wear when I actually do like solos, and you see me wearing these headphones. So they are Audio Technica, and usually studios. These are like studio qualified headphones. So I like them, and they're pretty reliable. Now, how I get it to connect to my phone is I don't have a PC. I have like a Windows, like an HP Windows computer over here that's like a decade old and runs like garbage. I don't use a computer. I use a C-type plugin with my phone, which is not on. And pretty much I plug it up into my phone, but oh, I had a well, that's embarrassing. Sorry, I'm recording on this phone. Silly me. Um, anyway, so it plugs into the phone, and I use the camera to really record me playing it, and it plays the audio coming from here onto the phone, and I'm able to. That's how I'm able to get that audio out of this onto my phone, and it's worked out very well. I've figured out how to use it, and I actually use it for my VR because I'm a VR guy and all that. So I pretty much plug it up to the side. I'm able to play online. I'm actually able to play my guitar online on a VR, which actually I've been doing it for a while, so that's why. But anyway, that's kind of how I'm able to play my stuff on games or on like online games or post my videos with that audio in there. That's how I'm able to do it because I have this charger. So that's how I usually do it. But my main amplifiers are I have a Fender GTX 50 Mustang, and I have a Bandit 112 PV. It's a trans tube series. It's made in the U.S. Um, that amplifier, it has a reverb issue. The reverb does not work on this as much. It's not as noticeable, but it still plays very well. The Mustang GTX 50 is a 50 watt. There's a 100-watt version. It's louder. There's not really a difference. I don't think. I mean, they're pretty much both the same. One's a higher price. That one's I think is 500. It has 200 presets, and you can customize it any way you like. They're pretty good, and you can also buy a foot switch with it. Or dusty. So that's the foot switch, and you have different selections. You have preset, effects, and looper, and you can pretty much do a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, with a looper, it doesn't save any of your loops. You need an actual looper to actually keep those loops. but it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good foot pedal, and I like using it. So these are my pedals that I use. So we have a distortion pedal, obviously the orange distortion pedal. I think everybody has one of these, so that's what I use. And I have a Loop Core Nux pedal. This one's pretty good. I don't use that as much because I don't really use loops. I don't really do looping stuff. But when I first use it, it actually has its own. It has a drum loop on it, so you can make a beat with a tempo, and it has options with drums, and you can have like or like fast like snares, all that stuff. So I like it. It's pretty reliable. I think there's about I'm not really sure how many presets are on here for how many you can loop, but I put like 8 loops on here, and there's a lot more. So I think it's like double digits. I think it's like maybe 50 or like 100. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up, but but yeah, it's pretty good loop pedal. This is my main wah pedal. It's a Rocktron. It's a classic wah pedal, and and I like it. I like using it, and it sounds pretty good. Well, I'm pretty sure I showed everything off. Let me know what you think. This is kind of my first commentary, so if it wasn't as perfect, and that's probably the reason why. Um, but give me more ideas of what to post because I'm kind of running out of ideas. I mean, I know the whole guitar soloing and covers won't really last that long for me, so I want to do more commentary tutorial videos. You can probably give me some ideas in the comments. What should I do? Um, but I'm going to try to do more, maybe tutorial stuff, maybe even some React. But I'm not really sure yet. And yeah, I really do appreciate that for the 100 subs. Even though it's not a big milestone, it's definitely a good starting milestone. Um, and I really do appreciate that and all the support. People telling me that all good feedback and all that, so I really do appreciate that. Anyway, um, I really do appreciate the 100 subs, and you'll catch me next time. So, everybody, take care.